Hey, what's up, guys? Thought I'd throw together a quick video for y'all to talk about um, balance billing and what that means and how that can affect you. Balance billing, if it does happen, it's usually because you're getting a very large medical bill. That's usually know when you've been balance billed. And I just wanted to kind of talk briefly how that works. So, in healthcare, as everybody is well aware, it's not a secret that the cost of healthcare, the charges are crazy high. For example, I mean, like an MRI can cost you $5,000 at a hospital. And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a charge for $5,000 for an MRI. So when you go to a facility and you have non-contracted insurance, or you have an insurance that has no benefits for the particular service, you're going to get balance billed. So what that means is this: if you have $5,000, let's say the charge for an MRI is $5,000, and you have non-contracted insurance. Let's just say, for the sake of this example, that you have met your out-of-network deductible. So your insurance is going to pay something. The claim gets sent to your insurance company. It's for $5,000. Your insurance is going to take a look at that. They're going to see, one, you are non-contracted. You went to a non-contracted provider for that test. So you're not going to get any kind of contractual discount. So from that $5,000, the insurance does what they call usual and customary rates. So, and that rate is determined based on a few variables. No one really knows what the actual UCR, that's what they call it, for usual and customary. No one really knows what that rate is actually going to be until the claim gets submitted to the insurance company. So for the sake of this example, let's say, like I said, the total charges for the MRI was $5,000. Let's say your insurance gets it and they say, what's usual and customary charge for this MRI is actually $3,000. So off of that $3,000, your insurance is going to pay at 50% because you're out of network. So your insurance is going to pay $1,500, which leaves $1,500 for you. However, this is all based on a charge of $3,000 instead of the full $5,000 charge. So that extra $2,000, that $5,000 and $3,000 difference, whereas if you went to a contracted facility, that $2,000 would get adjusted off to your contractual agreement. But since you're going to a non-contracted facility and had this done, that $2,000 now falls to the patient's responsibility. So you would be responsible, when it's all said and done, for a $5,000 MRI. You, even though you have out-of-network benefits, you would end up paying $3,500 in this scenario. And again, I'm just throwing out big numbers, easy numbers, because it's much easier to give this as an example. But that's the case, and it's also a good point to reiterate. This is going to happen every single time that you go to an out-of-network provider. Since there is no contractual discount, you're always going to be responsible for that difference between the total charge and what the insurance deems is usual and customary. So let's say you even hit your deductible out-of-pocket, or excuse me, your out-of-network deductible and your out-of-network out-of-pocket max for the year. So you are covered at 100%. That's only 100% of what's usual and customary for the insurance company. So, and let's use that same example real quick. $5,000 MRI gets submitted to your insurance. You have hit your deductible and out-of-pocket max for your out-of-network benefits for the year, so you're covered at 100%. The MRI was usual and customary rate is again only $3,000, but the insurance will cover that $3,000 at 100%. You are still responsible for that $2,000 difference. So you're still going to get a bill from the provider for $2,000, and that's called balance billing. So that's why, if you did learn anything from me, let it be, if at all possible, do not go see an out-of-network provider, because you're always going to end up owing money. Until next time, peace.